Oh, what's happening, people? Before we kick off today's episode, number one, I want to say, hey, thank you for being here.
How's it going?
You're beautiful. I imagine you look way better today than you usually do because you're about to listen to this podcast. But look, we need your support here at the Spitballers. Head over to spitballerspod.com and you can get all the information you need to help support this show, ways that you can get access to these episodes early, and a bunch of other things like joining the Spit Tank. That's where we go for our priority selection for fun questions for this show. So head over to spitballerspod.com.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Keep it going.
Mike says keep it going. Mike says keep it going. I say stop.
Might have been my best one of all time.
I was impressed with the beginning, but once again,
You don't like the pow?
Come on, stuck that landing like
That was a
gold
cannon.
medalist.
you never
gymnast.
landed. You never. You just
You're
spinning
right.
in the
You
air.
are right.
Wow.
Jason never landed. He is soaring among the atmosphere.
To
Jason,
the moon.
10 out of
Jason
100.
Spitballers.
10 out of 100.
Scats.
Thanks.
10 out of
A
100.
solid 10%. You build me up, but then I think you meant to say 100 out of 10.
Oh,
I'd like to believe that.
I was very specific with my words.
All right. Well, thankfully, it's 3 more episodes till I got to do that crap.
As I
again.
say, every 3 episodes we do have to absorb one of your scats, and I absorbed it, and it was better than others that you've done. So welcome in to the Spitballers podcast. Andy, Mike, and Jason. Would you rather? We're gonna do a Jason explain, so you'll get more Jason on today's episode.
Oh, are we?
It's in the show doc. That's-
Congratulations
Al Borland put it in there. So
to everybody
Excellent.
else.
we also have a draft. We're doing a Mount Rushmore draft of something I'll reveal later. And then we have a situation room as
It's a
well.
Mount
on the
Rushmore
show.
draft of our favorite presidents on Mount Rushmore.
Yes. I'll take Washington.
Reorder the presidents however you want. The ones
Who's
that
going to
are
end
already
up
up
with
there.
Teddy?
Oh,
Who's gonna end up
Teddy's
with Teddy?
Teddy's a sleeper.
He's the sleeper of the 4. Yes.
Jason, who are the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
You got Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Teddy, and
Oh, this is the best part.
I want to say Ben Franklin, but definitely not president.
He was never president.
Yes, and I'm aware of that. That's what I said. Oh goodness, I can't remember.
Fantastic.
Help. Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thomas
you got it.
Jefferson
We did it.
coming home.
Ooh,
At-
nice.
Spitballers Pod on Twitter. Spitballerspod.com is the website. You can check out, check out the Patreon. Become a Spitwad. Support the show. Get the episodes early. Get your ideas into Al Borland's ears via, a secret channel. You get to talk to him on the phone every day. Everybody who's on there.
It's more like his eyes.
He's got a
usually.
red phone that just flashes when you call.
It gives you access to a human being named Al Borland instantly. And we appreciate you taking those phone calls all day long, Al.
I'm here for the Spitwads.
I wasn't sure you were here at all, the way that sat there. We appreciate your reviews, your support over on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening, subscribing, reviewing. Let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Less confidence throwing to the producer on a Zoom call than in studio. Not a great deal in either circumstance.
He could be going
But
potty right
less
now.
here.
We have no idea.
No, you just don't know. Would you rather, from Dan, he writes in, would you rather have to use a public toilet every time that you need to use the bathroom, or use a public shower every time you, the word here is cleanse?
It's every time you cleanse.
I think, yeah, every time you shower, I assume.
I think that's what they're saying. I mean, maybe this is more of like a spiritual healing. Every time you cleanse, You need to do that meditation in a public shower.
Are people using public showers a lot, and I'm missing out on this trend? I'm not really. I don't think I've ever used a public shower in my life.
Okay, so let's lay this out.
Maybe out of choosing this thing.
Well, there are two different types of a public shower. One you have like athletes where it's just one giant shower and everyone
no
after
walls,
the game.
No walls.
Correct. There's no protection. Everyone's shame is there.
Or but yes, I mean, with exposed.
Right. So no walls.
Okay, and then there's things like the public gym or a spa where they have individual showers, which I have used an individual shower at a public place. And go ahead, Jay.
I feel like that's what it has to be, right? Like you're not going to the
It's
bathroom.
not a communal shower.
Right, you're not going the question is every time you go to the bathroom, would you like to go to the bathroom in a toilet that
in a
everyone
communal
can
potty.
see? In a communal
Just
potty.
a room full of toilets.
Would you like to sit on a horse trough and go to the bathroom every time you got to go?
I mean, to be fair, I think we've all used the horse trough at a sports stadium before, and that is definitely a communal potty.
Yeah, I don't know what changed that they stopped doing that. Maybe they realized walls aren't that expensive.
What do you mean you don't know what changed?
Why did they do it in the first place?
That's the real
what
question.
Sensibilities have changed over time where at one point in time we were fine going in a trough. I don't know.
Just
the
trough?
The improvement
for the animals.
The improvement of trough to individual urinals, stalls, whatever. If you've ever been concerned that humanity is not progressing,
that's your
just
sign?
remember that we did that. We all at the stadium had to pee into a trough, looking your pee pal in the eyes.
And thank goodness you were looking at them in the eye. That's what you wanted.
Right. Eye contact. No, you needed the eye contact.
Mike.
You wanted to make
Listen,
sure.
there are worse things.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
But my point is,
what's crazy?
None of those things are good, and we have improved. We like. So if any improvement has happened, just remember the trough to individuals.
And if people are like thinking that's some ancient archaic thing, like
it is not.
This was in the Tempe Stadium where ASU plays games while a Super Bowl was played there. The Super Bowl went to that stadium.
You had
that's
Super
actually
Bowl.
what they called the trough.
The Super Bowl.
Oh, that's
how they got the name.
The Super Bowl. Oh, mercy.
Oh, man. All right, look. This is an easy answer for me. I'm going to do the public toilet. And the reason being is I can maneuver in a public toilet environment where I'm not touching anything. I'll have shoes on when I walk in there. If I'm going public shower, I'm going bare feet, public shower.
No, you wear slippers.
That doesn't sound good to me. Slippers?
What? No. Well, here's the trade-off.
Slippers are just wet carpet on your feet at that point.
No, not like a cushy. This is just a pure
sandal.
Yeah, like a rubber slide on.
I wear my UGG boots in the shower when I go.
I would in that situation.
That's how I know my feet are clean. No, you have slide-ons that are
for the water.
It's not like a carpet at all.
It still seems grosser to me.
Oh, it's not optimal, but you know what is not optimal? Going to poo-poo in a public toilet.
Yeah, the poo-poo problem. Can I poop in the Can I poop in the shower and then shower? No, wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
Cheese grater.
All right.
So it's an easy question. It's an easy question for you, and you choose public toilets. It's an easy question for me, and I choose the public shower.
Because you take 45 to 50-minute showers
and poop. So either way, it's this is me time. And I would rather. I feel like the one is cleaning me, one is dirtying me.
That's true.
If you're committing 50 minutes to each location, then I am switching quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm a quick pee party and I'm gone, and I can go no touch,
you don't get to control the toilet paper.
I'll just never go number 2 again. I'm fine.
Just absorb it.
Hold it. All right, Mike, you go ahead and make your selection here, and we can mercifully move on.
I mean, the problem is, I hate to dive into the question a little bit further, but like the idea of
we got nothing to do, Mike. Go ahead.
I mean, if you're saying public, that's insinuating I have to go somewhere, and when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I mean, like if I'm at home and that feeling hits that I gotta go now, I can't possibly be driving somewhere. If you're just saying somehow magically,
I'm imagining you're walking 10 feet outside your door either way.
All right, if I'm walking the 10 feet, I will take the public shower. It's not that bad. It's not ideal, but it is more. Getting into a shower where the floor is wet is much better than sitting down on a toilet that has a warm seat and you don't know why it's warm.
There are countries that don't treat their public bathrooms the way we do in America. They treat them with respect.
Yeah, they treat them better.
And they are clean, and they are well regarded for their cleanliness.
Is this a country of like 3 people?
No, there are large nations that have grown. Look, we just talked. America was peeing in troughs 30 years ago. Clearly, we have not matured our bathrooms to the level that they need to be at.
What's crazy to me, my father, grew up with an outhouse. I know my dad.
That's what I'm saying.
He raised me, and
I know my dad. He raised me.
Look,
I'm saying,
I met him.
He's not some like 200-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, this is one generation above me.
It's not
He
the
grew up
Wild
with an
West.
outhouse.
And he grew up with an outhouse. That's like, when I hear that, I'm like, no.
Did they ever share outhouses? Were there ever like one in between 2 houses? It was
I have no idea.
like they did phone lines. You know they did that too? When you first put in a phone line, when my grandparents got a phone, there were 4 neighbors. They shared one line. If you picked up and your neighbor's on the phone, you just hang it up again. Hopefully they didn't do that with bathrooms.
The more you learn. The more
shows-
you know.
The more you learn. You're doing good. You know your dad, though. That's good.
I do.
Nick from Twitter. Where would you rather spend a month? A bungalow on the beach or a cabin in the mountains?
Ooh.
A month.
A month. 1 full month.
Oh, man.
Both sound pretty nice.
They do sound nice for different reasons. I love.
Well, a bungalow is inferring smaller
Yeah.
area to live, right?
Yeah, a smaller.
I feel like a bungalow is like a one-room hut.
Little studio bungalow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bungalow is a low house with a broad front porch, having either no upper floor or upper rooms set in the roof.
Yeah, so it's small.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so
usually
smaller.
1 story. Yeah.
So a smaller.
You're saying it's got a broad front porch.
Oh,
That's
the
what
broadest.
makes a bungalow.
Yes. Bungalow is a fantastic.
See, I think
word.
I'd rather spend a month in the cabin in the mountains. But if you gave me a week, I'd probably take the bungalow.
What's the difference?
I think I would wear out of the beach life quicker than the cabin
interesting.
life.
I will say this.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
What do you do at a beach? You go, you sit, you
lot of
swim, you
stuff.
play in the water. I mean, well, sure, if you bring a ton of different things to do, but
Yeah, in general, you're beach bumming.
the beach is the same today as it is tomorrow, as it is the next day. Whereas in wildlife, in a cabin, every day could be different. Is there a deer? Is there a bear?
No more room to spread out, maybe. Although, it might be about the same size. I don't know. It's a tough call. These are the 2 kind of vacation destinations that people go for.
Is it weird that I'm worried about a sunburn primarily? Like I'm like
no, that's part of it, man.
A month on the beach.
Living on the beach, you need to be worried about skincare.
Yeah,
It's legit.
You could get stuck in that bungalow if you're peeling and in pain.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to spend too much time in my low roof
Front porch,
story
the wide front
bungalow.
porch. Yeah.
But how awesome is it that when someone's like, "Well, where are you staying?" and you go, "Oh,
At the bungee.
that's my bungalow,
Yeah.
the old bungie back there." Otherwise, she's like, "Oh, I'm in the cabin."
That sounds pretty
Yeah, the
good
cabin's
too,
nice
Mike.
too. Yeah.
I know a bungalow.
Which
man.
are you picking? I mean,
I'm
are you
taking-
going beach?
Yeah, I mean they're both great, but if I have to be somewhere for a month, I'll take the beach.
Okay.
I'll come back
Jason
bronzed.
seems like he is
Jason
struggling.
will be even more pale than he was when he
He'll be-
started.
no, he'll be pink.
I am struggling here. I think beach. What's crazy is when you said I'd take the beach for a week and the cabin for a month. My initial thought was, well, that's weird, and I think it's my exact same thought. The more that I think it through, the beach is fun, the pinnacle is higher, but I feel like a month is a time where I mean things change. You know, this is a relaxation journey. You know, this is a cleanse, if you will. And I would want to do that in the woods, in nature, in the cabin.
Now I am
I
far
like
more
that the
likely.
ocean is not nature.
I feel like I'm more likely to die at the cabin in a month than I am at the beach. In a
Maybe
month.
I was going to say clearly neither of you have aspirations of learning how to like surf.
Oh, man.
I would enjoy that 20 years ago. Yeah.
Because if you,
Like
I'd
now,
love to learn
I know
how to
I
surf now.
I would try, but it's like, I'd like to play the piano too. But I feel like that ship has sailed.
See, you could learn that one. I could learn the piano right now. The reason I couldn't surf, I think if I'm up on a wave, I've got really strong legs. I've got good balance. I think I would crush. I would never be able to get up on that board. That's the issue.
But you got a month, man.
No,
I
got a belly.
I thought you were going to say the sunburn again.
When the knees come up, they stop too short. I can't like jump up very easily.
You'd
Let
have
me
to
ask you
just
this, Jason.
different
Where
mounting
are you
technique.
more likely to lose the belly, in the cabin or at the beach?
Oh, definitely the beach. Definitely the beach.
You can't chop wood, chop that belly right away.
I can, but I'm not going
Jason's
to.
not
Chopping wood's not
chopping wood.
fun. Chopping wood's not fun. Going and playing in the ocean, that's a blast.
You know, our family goes up north, and I've discovered they have these ninja warrior courses.
Wait. Hold up.
Did you not know this, Mike?
They do?
No, they have like 30 or 40-foot lines, and you tie them between each tree. And they've got all these things you can hook onto them and a lead line.
Crap,
and you can.
I forgot about rope courses.
Yeah,
Those things are awesome.
I forgot about rope courses.
They are, man. They're so much fun.
Next
It's
time
still
I'm
the
up
beach.
north.
It's still the
All
beach.
right,
Well,
all right.
yeah, I'll just
Al.
visit Andy in the cabin.
Al, do you
Owl's a cabin, man.
Al, should I be sharing what you just shared with me?
Sure.
Jason cannot do a cannonball in the pool because he cannot pull up his knees and grab them. True story.
It is a true story. Al Borland was over swimming at my house, and
No.
first of all,
You can't
shout
cannonball?
out to Mr. Borland doing front flips, back flips, and
Wait a minute. Borland can do a backflip?
he couldn't the first time. I got to tweet this video out. The first time he
You
tried
have
to
it
do a
on video?
backflip, I have a video of it, and he starts to go, and he thought for sure he was going to do it, and then he just jumps back,
Belly
goes,
flop?
ah, back flop.
Oh, backflop. That makes
Oh,
sense.
it was great. But he did nail it. He got back up on the horse. He did a backflip. He did a front flip. And his cannonballs, guys, are perfection. You'd think I could do the best cannonball, but I can't get my hands around my knees.
Jason,
got a tip for you.
I've got this to tell you. Doing a perfect cannonball, is not hard. There's not much skill
Say
involved.
that to my knees.
In a perfect cannonball, as you dap up Owl Borland for his cannonball, it's literally,
Okay.
can your knees
Grab your
be-
knees.
No. No, you're wrong. I'm telling you, Mike.
he's
Al,
watching
Al
him
is
like-
nodding. Al is nodding, going like, yeah.
No, you are 100% wrong because
Owl,
when
you're
he
a
did
wizard.
it, I have seen 100 people do a cannonball before. I mean, when he came up, I literally said I thought a cannonball was like universal. When his cannonball hit, I thought a gunshot had gone off. The waves in this pool were unbelievable, and I'm confident his body filled with water from, he just landed so hard right
He's
down on the bottom.
He's still getting rid of some of that water.
I sense a cannonball off is happening soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Now, Jason,
will lose,
if you
Mike.
want to get those knees up, I think the real trick is just learn to do the splits. You'll be able to spread
Yeah,
them and then
just
hold
a
your,
little
hold
Van
your knees a
Damme
little
action.
bit easier.
So I'm holding one knee to the left, one knee to the right.
That's what I'm get
So
around that belly.
that's a dangerous
Get around
position.
Yeah, you don't
that
want to
belly.
go in
That
like that.
If I lean forward, I'm toast. I
That
can't
reminds
land
me
in
of
the
the
water
kid
like
from
that.
Hook. That reminds me of the kid from Hook that rolled the cannonball down the.
Would you rather do a back flop, a belly flop, or a split flop?
or
Oh, mercy.
All right, maybe you shouldn't jump in the pool anymore, man.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is when I do pencil dive, it's like a cannonball.
oh,
So,
you
know,
got a
it's
killer pencil dive.
Yeah, the belly just automatically cannonballs. no
How's
matter
your
what I
can
do.
opener?
Do you practice
Can
a lot,
opener's
Al?
great. Can opener is fantastic because that's basically half of what Andy's saying. Put one knee up to the side.
I mean, a can opener is
I don't know what a
far more
can opener
efficient.
is. That's a type of jump.
Yeah, a can opener is a type of cannonball.
It's a one need?
It's a one knee up because you go in at
What
an
part
angle.
of you hits the water first? Your leg?
Your foot.
Your foot
Oh.
does, but you're angled, so you do like a
You do
rocking chair
there's
motion.
a fwop?
Yeah, you full wop all over the place.
Okay. All right.
A full wop.
Beautiful fawap.
All right. Sweet mercy. All right. Bilbo. Bilbo's writing in. We
Is this
can't
Mr.
stay here,
Baggins?
guys, because Bilbo's got a question for us, and we need to get to Bilbo's question.
Mr. Baggins.
From the website.
From the website, would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality or a cat with a dog's personality?
Oh, that's a
This is-
fantastic question. Because
Well,
cats are the worst.
So do you want a
because of their
dog that goes and
personalities.
hides in the corner and never sees you?
Do you want a
And
dog
hates
that
you.
wants to kill you?
Yeah.
Or a cat that's you have to have the dog with the cat's personality.
What?
You
Is
have
this
to.
just an
You
allergy
take
problem?
No,
allergies?
listen.
Take
no, it's not
allergies out.
allergies.
Okay.
Because if you give a cat a dog's personality, I'm going to get torn up to shreds. Because when I come home, that cat is excited to see me, and he's jumping all up over me with its nails, and it biting
right.
me. And the what do they call them? Talons? Cat talons?
Claws? Claws? You
Yes,
declaw a cat.
No, cats have talons for sure. Continue.
The cat talons would get me if they're two excited cats. Cats need to be in the corner.
If a cat had a dog's body, it would destroy you so
I
fast.
didn't say it's a personality.
They would
Yes.
own the world.
No. I'm saying, but that's the same thing. A cat with a dog's body is a dog with
You
a cat's
mean
personality.
like a mountain lion?
And I'm saying,
Or a
yes,
tiger.
exactly. Think about big cats. Big cats have the body to kill you, and so what do? They kill you. That's what they do because inside of their heads they are monsters.
Oh my
So
goodness!
yeah, I'm definitely taking the cat body with the dog personality because I know it's not as cool to like small. I love small dogs. I love them. I would prefer. I've got two big dogs and I
Your
love them.
team small dog?
I'm not team small dog because I love all dogs, but I also really like. I don't have any problem with small dogs. I want to be able to have them on my lap when I'm, doing anything. And sometimes
What's your ideal breed?
my ideal breed is definitely hypoallergenic. So I would say like some kind of small poodle.
Okay, like a toy poodle?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a
Interesting.
little mix.
I want to see Jason playing with a toy poodle, just carrying it around. It would be incredible.
I agree. It would be incredible. I'd
Yeah,
love
he
it.
I'm still afraid of the cat talons, guys. Mike, do you have any final answer here?
I mean, if we're taking allergies out, it's the cat personality that's the problem. So if it's a cat with a dog personality, I'm gonna have some scratches. I'll deal with it.
Think about how cute kittens are. How soft.
Oh,
how
yeah,
cuddly,
they are.
How
They're pretty
wonderful. But then
Yes.
they grow up and the personality changes where they don't want anything to do with you and they hate you and they want to kill you. And so if it doesn't, it was like, oh, you still love me. You're still cute and fluffy, and I would love cats then.
All right, we're gonna do some Jason explains before we move on to the situation room. So,
All right.
I guess I have to push this button now.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
Now, Al has the wheel. We don't know what the wheel will select, and
Oh, it's got sound effects.
we're gonna find out. And Jason,
All right,
will
Jason,
find
you
out.
have 60 seconds to explain puppets.
Oh, puppets are easy. Actually, I grew up as a puppet master. So what puppets are? Puppets,
master.
yes.
That's what they're called.
That's what they're called, a puppet master. If you graduate to an advanced status of doing at least 3
Master.
puppets, you are known as a puppet master.
Master.
Now, there are several kinds of puppets. You have marionette puppets. Those are the ones that dangle from strings and you play God above. There are the puppets that are your hand goes inside of it. It can be as simple as a sock, a brown paper bag, or a really, really nice one. And then there are other puppets that are called puppets, and I just absolutely disagree. They aren't puppets. They don't have anybody up them or above them. They're just called stuffed animals, and those are not puppets. Just so everybody knows. Now, sometimes there's a
Is that
hybrid.
the second half? You're naming all non-puppets.
All non-puppets are yes, absolutely. Now there is a hybrid here that is the clear winner, and the puppet is the hand up the back. And you still have the stick to control the hands. So that gives you wide range of motion. I'm pretty confident Sesame Street. Look, I guess the best puppet is when you get to wear a costume. Are you still
that's
a
not a
puppet?
puppet
That's
anymore.
absolutely a puppet, Mike.
You're
I'm
the
explaining
hand.
what
That's a
puppets are.
You're the
Yes,
hand in that situation.
Big Bird is a puppet, not a costume, and that is all you need to know
Wow.
about puppets.
So that I take it. My biggest takeaway from this explanation, which was, I mean, eye-opening to say the least, the Metallica song "Master of Puppets."
mm-hmm.
I my whole life I thought it was about one thing. I'm wrong.
It's about
Yeah.
an expert
It's about Big
level
Bird.
It's
puppeteer.
about an expert of puppets.
He's a master of puppets. That's absolutely right.
The
I've
puppet
never
master.
been simultaneously sure that you knew everything and nothing about a topic more than in that 60 seconds. So I appreciate it.
Oh, you're
Thank
half right.
What we got to know.
The Situation Room.
Well, now we'll never
You
know.
ruined it, Mike.
You,
What did you want to know?
ruined-
What did you
No,
want to know?
I have to know if Jason's actually a master of puppets. Like Jason, you have a like your background is unbelievable, and I feel like we peel off layers, and I learned things
He
about
was
you
a
all the
mime.
time. Despite the fact, like we learned you were a award-winning mime. I've known you for going on
he won awards for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
All right.
remember? Like I've now known you for the better part of my life, or the worst part of my life.
I
However
was
you wanna
gonna
put it.
say. I was gonna say. I knew that was coming.
Are you skilled with puppets? I have to know.
I am, and I had a puppet. I had a puppet.
You had a puppet
growing
face?
up named Sam, and I used it for auditions. And I would sing Garth Brooks "When the Thunder Rolls." And it was so funny. I crushed with it, and it was the puppet with the hand up the back and the stick for the arm. I crushed. I was straight
With
up a
your Garth
Metallica
Brooks puppet?
master of puppet. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the
my
clarity,
gosh.
Mike. You are correct.
Oh.
Now I was a kid then, but
It
I
is
still
kind of
was
shocking.
pretty much a master.
You know, there are people out there, Mike, that just
unbelievable.
they just say they've done everything, and it might not be true.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to know.
You just now. That's why pictures exist for social
I
media.
still own that puppet in a box somewhere. I've never
Oh
been able
my
to throw
God.
it
no,
away.
you do not.
Yeah, and at this point he is
Rolls.
so nasty looking because it's 25 years old or something.
I'm pretty sure that you or your wife could figure out how to clean him up and get us a video
Yeah, that'd be nice.
of the puppet singing
We'll see.
Thunder Rolls.
Learning more things about Jason every day. I apologize for the preemptive situation room. We are now in the situation room. Cody from Patreon, you find yourself in the middle of an executive level meeting at a major film company and are told that you have the final decision on the next big movie release. The only criteria is that it must be a remake of another popular movie, but told from the perspective of another character than the original was. Which movie are you remaking and from
This
whose
is outstanding.
point of view?
I wish I had more time than the 10 seconds I have to think about this.
So this is, let me give you the, if you answer Star Wars, then you're saying it's from Darth Vader's perspective or something. That would be a remake that would fit the
sort
role
of.
here?
Like I feel like you have his perspective. Like this, we talked about a Hook in this episode. Imagine Peter Pan from the perspective of Captain Hook. Like the whole movie is following Captain Hook.
That would
And
be good. I think that, didn't they do something like that?
Did they do that? Is that
I mean,
what
the
Hook
movie's
was?
named
I haven't seen Hook in a
but
very
that
long
is that is not from the
No, not
perspective
Hook.
of
I just
Hook.
mean like they've done so many spins on Peter Pan and Peter.
So this is just
and-
what sequel do you want to see from the vantage point of
PP.
the villain?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's. I think those.
Well,
when
Joker. Joker was a different,
perfect.
Yeah.
That's
look,
perfect.
right?
Where you're looking at like Joker is
Not
just
recommended
this-
for children.
Oh, yep, yes.
Stay away.
For mature audiences. But yeah, like where you look at this person that your preconceived notion about them was just thrown. It was just thrust upon you. If you watch Batman, Joker's a bad guy. Deal with it. Why is he a bad guy?
I've got two that I can't decide between because they're both so good. One, very similar to the superhero bad guy, Thanos. I mean, He's got a lot of layers to him. He
Didn't that
thinks
kind
he's
of
doing
I mean,
right.
I feel like we saw enough of Thanos.
We saw a
Okay.
little bit, because honestly,
Then how about
I
this
get
one?
it. I get what you're doing,
Mike
Thanos.
was a little compassionate to Thanos.
I felt it. I knew
All
what
right.
he was
Thanos is a
doing.
contrarian. Yeah.
You know who gets a bad rap? And I want to know what it would be like to live in such a wonderful land of Oz as a witch, as the Wicked Witch.
Okay.
Isn't there an entire play about that, Jason?
Oh my gosh, that's what Wicked is. That's right. And that's right.
A
Absolutely.
Tony Award-winning production.
See? Look, I didn't think about that, but that shows how
Wait, you're
brilliant
taking
I
credit
am.
for
I'm
it now?
100% taking credit.
You're taking credit for what already exists as
Yes,
your
because
idea?
it's a Tony Award. It's a masterpiece.
You and
I have never once seen or listened to
You
the
haven't
music
seen
of Wicked.
Wicked?
No, I haven't. This is
Bro.
not something I'm aware of.
No,
I
he
don't know
wrote it. He
what
hasn't
the
seen it, but
story
he
is.
wrote
I
it.
will write it.
Bro, I hate musicals, and Wicked is wicked. It's great. It's fantastic.
We went to New York a year ago or so, saw a couple musicals. Wicked was in the running, but we didn't see it. But
So you went and saw a bunch of garbage instead of seeing something great.
oh, dude, get what?
Let's not
Hamilton
open
and
that
Frozen. How dare
Okay,
you?
First
all
of
right,
all,
that's
you'll
fine,
lose,
that's
Mike,
fine.
because Al will be on our side.
I thought he was going to be like, I saw Cats.
Oh,
no, nobody
Barf.
says that.
it's not the 70s anymore, Mike.
We saw dogs with cat personalities. Look, I've been waiting for a long time to see time travel from Biff's perspective. I mean, I really,
All right.
really
Okay.
relate to Biff. I mean, Biff
That's
is really,
good.
he's been, or
Hey, don't hate the
That-
player. Hate the game.
that Tyrannosaurus. What was going through his head in Jurassic Park? I'd like to
Okay.
see
Ooh, that's
him
good.
grow up a little bit in the wild, and then he's just trying to get out.
Yeah,
And he
those-
did. And he
those
did.
are-
He did.
He did get
He
out.
really
He's
got-
just
he got
trying
out.
and succeeding.
Yeah, just trying and succeeding. A classic story of success.
Yeah.
I'll throw out, is Voldemort really that bad of a guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. As a Harry Potter
As
connoisseur
a baby
of the book
kid,
series.
attempted baby murderer. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would like to hear what that
what
was
his
all
side
about.
of the story. He was
Yeah,
an
I mean,
orphan.
look at him. Look at him in the mirror. What
He's got no.
what bullying has he faced?
Okay, so I am
Very little, Andy.
I am not the Harry Potter connoisseur. I've seen all the movies, have not read the books.
Sure.
So I'm sure there's more details in there. What's up with the nose? Why does he not have a nose? Did something happen? Or is it just like, there's Voldemort, he doesn't have a nose?
So I think the books talk about him having more of like a snake-like face, but I don't think it was intentionally gonna be that. And then the movies came out. It's like, oh, the dude's got a snake head. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
and he was kind of when he took care of Harry in the beginning, he was like basically almost dead, and then came back. So I think that had to do with him looking so
yeah.
not great.
So
What do
when
you look like
when
when
you come back, you
from
don't
the
get
dead?
your
You don't
Your
get your
nose
nose
is the
back.
last
you put
thing.
so much.
your
stuff
body
to-
knows it's not that important. Just put 2 slots in there and you're
He
good to go.
almost got all the way back, but he couldn't get the nose.
He was slithering back into existence.
Oh,
Very
there he
nice.
goes.
Kirk from Patreon. The three of you arrive at your office where you find a mysterious duffel bag and a note. It reads, "This bag contains $100,000 in cash. If one of you decides to open it and take the bag, he will get to keep the money. And the others will be left with nothing. The person who opens the bag may not share any of the money. However, if none of you open the bag by the end of the day, each of you will be given $10,000 when you arrive at home. What decision will you make? All for one or one for all?" I'm not going to pretend that we had clarity on this question before this episode began. But
Wait, I
now
think
I
we-
know that we all know about the bag from the moment
Yes.
we walk into this office.
And what we have done, we all privately messaged Owl Borland, and me and Owl worked it out, and we're going with, because the line says there's no sharing. Essentially, that means if multiple people open the bag up, you can't share it. So that means that there's no money for anybody. Does that make sense?
Okay, we are going that route. Wow, that makes it tough. That makes it.
I'm not sure I followed.
Okay, well, let's just get to the reveal then, and then we'll break the question down.
I already deleted my answer to Jeremy because I didn't. My original answer was I didn't think you guys would know about it, so I decided that I was going to take the money, and then
because of course that makes it so much easier
over the course of the next. Well, no, you still have to deal with your conscience, but I was going to assuage my conscience by being really nice to you for.
You can't share the money.
4 to 6 months.
Oh, like just complimentary.
Like, hey, would you like a drink? Hey, let me get that door for you. Sure. Do you want? Hey, look, I got your favorite meal. You know what I mean?
I assume that we would all know what happens. You know, so, oh man, he had a chance, and I messaged Jeremy and I told him, yeah, I'm taking that money, yo.
That would come back to bite you.
Yeah, well, so here I figured I could just explain it like this.
Gambling debt.
Yeah, look, guys, who's going to take my legs?
I like the
that's
ponies.
Not bad.
And the ponies have not been kind.
But in this situation, I feel like I'm doing a service for our local economy because if we
that's
split,
how we're going to feel too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
$70,000 goes away to nothing. I'm burning $70,000 that could go collectively to the three of us. And now collectively to the three of us, all $100,000 has been delivered.
Collectively, as in we are part of the local economy, receiving the benefits of you spending our money?
If I get $100,000 and you add what you get and what Mike gets together, the three of us got $100,000. That's how I would look at it. I would just own and keep
It's smart.
the money.
It's smart. I
We would
respect
look at it more like you took the money from us.
I would also look at it like that, yes.
Yeah, like you're a thief.
I would respect it, but you also just
But I only
stole
took
my money.
$10,000 from you. I got $100,000. Don't you guys understand math? Wouldn't you be
We're
happy
in a
for me?
business. We're in a business together, so you'd have to,
For the record, Mike was the only one that said he would take the 10 grand with each of you.
Oh, well, now the
You don't get
truth
it.
has revealed itself to
I
everyone.
I didn't say anything. That's
Yeah,
the only way to
exactly.
do it with a business because I couldn't have
Your
you guys
silence is
speaks
deafening.
volumes. Is that what?
Look, but here's the great news, Andy. We have this show, and now that Jason has stolen all this money from us, I think that the 2/3 of us can vote him off the
Yes,
show,
yes.
like Survivor style.
Right.
So he can ride off into the wilderness with that money.
Good
And
luck
then-
knowing about puppets without me.
Oh, that's a great point. Shoot.
That 100
Andy,
grand, you got to
we
pay
will
some
have
taxes.
to learn how to master puppets.
Yeah. Well, Mike, first things first, don't grab a stuffed animal. Those aren't puppets.
That's true.
So that's a good place to start.
Unfortunately for you, Jason, I learned everything I need to know about puppets in 60 seconds.
I learned it in about 30 seconds, and the other 30 seconds was useless. So, yeah.
Man, I mean,
Well, there's really only one way to find this out, and that would be obviously somebody volunteering a bag of $100,000 so that we can do the experiment.
I nominate Mike.
I will just email me, and I'll get it set up for everybody. I promise.
just Venmo me your money.
Venmo me 100 grand. I'll put it in a bag.
And
So
I will
we'll go-
take it. This
and
sounds
we'll
great.
Go from there. Oh my goodness! All right, you guys ready to draft?
All right.
So.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, today we are drafting a Mount Rushmore of iconic actors, and we're going to do the same thing with actresses on another episode. We thought about combining them. There's too many to choose from, so we figured let's split it up, and we'll do a Mount Rushmore of actors and Mount Rushmore of actresses.
Indeed.
On separate shows. So Jason has the very first pick.
As indicated by the catch kapow.
Yeah.
That kicked off the show.
Followed by the kapow.
Now I've put my list together. I've got like 10 that I really like, and plenty more if you guys draft well. But I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking, man, I'm jealous of where Mike's at. I think that
It's not a bad place to be.
that turn is good. But you want to know where the best place to be is, Mike? The
Where's that,
101.
Jason?
The 101 is the best, and I will offer you the 101 and the 303 for the 2-3 or the 1-3
Wait, hold
and
on.
the 2-1.
We're
I'm
offering
offering a trade. My
We're
first and
trying
third
to
for
switch
your
positions?
second. Yes. What do you think?
So give me the numbers again.
All right, so I'm going to give you my first.
No.
All right. Well, that settles it. Because that was the best piece of my ammo. So if you're not accepting the first pick, I guess I'm on the clock.
Yes.
So you feel like you're in a tough position with the 101, Jay.
I love the 101. I've got a clear 101, but
So
the
much
problem
you tried
is
to trade it.
He
Got it.
loves it. He doesn't
It's
need
not-
it, but he loves it.
no, it's a matter of by the time people come back to me, I'm worried about the two Mike gets because I think Mike can grab.
You should not be worried about mine.
All right, okay, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to take Tom Hanks. Okay, the guy
Okay.
that has never made a bad movie, that has been in comedies, dramas, classics, sports movies. I mean, there's no genre he hasn't been a part of, and every actor just has made, every major actor has just made a handful of garbage movies, just movies that are unwatchable.
Hasn't he made some bad movies?
No. Name his bad movies.
Hold on.
Was in those Inferno movies? The
Joe versus the
Oh,
volcano.
Joe versus the Volcano was great. Those are comedies.
No, not Joe versus the
Splash.
volcano, and the Dante.
Dante's Peak? That wasn't Tom
that
Hanks.
was Pierce Brosnan.
Didn't he do some Da Vinci codes? Are those good?
Oh,
Those were great.
he was the divin.
Best-selling books. Those
weren't
were
very,
great.
Oh, best-selling
yeah, the
books
books.
was the
The books
answer to whether the movie was good.
That's like saying Harry
Best-selling books.
Yeah, Harry Potter's
and
not
Harry Potter,
the best
the
movie of all time. I just watched the Harry Potter movie last night. Because it's part of
Because
best-selling
it's a
books.
best-selling book.
Look, if you're going to try to disparage Tom Hanks'
I'm not. No,
IMDb credits, you're going to be making a fool of yourself.
He's a great actor. He should be up there.
Yeah. I got
Wait
the
a
101.
Oh, I was gonna throw out Mamma Mia, but apparently he's the executive producer. Dodged a bullet on that one.
Yeah. All right. Stand by it.
So, fair pick belongs on the Mount Rushmore.
No, that's where I would have gone with my first pick.
So do I have the next pick? That's right.
You do.
Great. Okay. I'm worried about some of these guys getting back to me because, Mike's got a couple picks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why everyone's so like you guys know how I do things. Why are you so worried about my picks?
I'm going to take Leonardo DiCaprio.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
because
see,
of
that's
course
one
Mike
of the
would have
two.
taken him.
That's one of the two I knew you were going to take that
Yeah,
I
'cause
wanted.
Leo is the GOAT. I am on record. I know I would take Tom Hanks with my first pick, but Leo is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, so I'll take
Put his
Leo.
name in a movie and I'm seeing it. I don't care what it is.
Honestly,
And
I'm
that's
a little bit happy we didn't make that trade because I did not think Andy would go Leo. And he was one of the two I wanted with your picks, Mike. I'm just so happy you don't get him now.
It kind of would have been better if you had done the trade and then been super disappointed. That would have been fun too. But I'll take Leo, and Mike, you get 2 picks to make up for not getting the one you wanted.
Here's the problem. Like that's my top 2. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's the 2 I would go with. So yeah, I get 2 back-to-back picks, but now I feel like I'm down a tier.
Mm-hmm. You're down a tier, but there's still
There's one I really, really want.
There's
So
2 I really
just
want.
don't take it. That's the important
Oh,
thing.
no, there's one I really want.
Oh, now I have to. Now my entire
haven't-
job is just figure out who those actors are. I don't even care about my team.
You haven't picked anybody yet, right?
Or have I?
Who might he have picked is what he
Yeah.
wants to know.
What was that one you thought I picked?
So he
Gene
Jason
Hackman. R.I.P. No,
he's still alive.
Still
he's still
kicking,
alive.
still kicking.
We're
At
still
least
doing that
when
bit?
we recorded it. Yeah.
All right.
I think Betty White's fine too right now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But we keep playing with fire with these pre-recordings. All right, Mike.
All right.
You're up.
Number 1. So with my first pick, which he was recently in a movie with Leo DiCaprio, and he is one of, I think, the best actors of all time, at least the modern ages. Jason, you don't know who I'm picking.
I'm worried.
You don't need to be. Okay, I'm taking Brad Pitt.
That's who I was worried you were going to take. That's who I wanted. You said he was recently in a...
You thought Brad Pitt would make it all the way back to your second pick. That is
No,
buffoonery.
I did not, which is why I wanted to trade. I was hoping to get Leo and Brad Pitt at your picks. thankfully you didn't get.
So you
one
would
of them.
trade, just for the record, you trade Hanks for Leo and Brad Pitt.
That's right. That's
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
right.
that
I
makes
would
sense.
too. I would not pick that.
But you want to
trade
know
as
who
well.
I wouldn't trade Tom Hanks for? Brad Pitt and whoever this next pick is.
Yeah, that's the problem. So
Oh, John Candy might come around to you.
John Candy's a national treasure.
Yeah, that's what I figured your next pick is.
It's not.
It's not. It's good.
I don't want to ruin the tension that we have created, but I am
Yes.
not taking him. So I will take. Oh my gosh, this is an impossible situation of knowing who will. Now I'm Jason.
Just pick the wrong person. That's all you got to do.
Oh, I feel like I'm 100% going to do that. All right, I'll take. Even though his prime. Oh, Andy's face is just destroying me right now. His prime was a little bit before my era. That doesn't mean that the guy wasn't still absolutely crushing it. I will take the OG Joker. I will take Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah,
that's
he
a
was-
good pick. That's
He
a good
was on
pick.
my list. I figured he would be someone that I might be toiling with at my next pick if the better
I
names
love
weren't
Jack
taken.
Nicholson so much.
Jackal Nicholson.
Jackal.
The old
Nicholson.
jackal.
The
They
old
call him the old jackal.
Jackal
Uh,
Nicholson. I
all
love
right.
him so much I don't know his name.
With my next pick, I will take quality over quantity. I will take Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, all right.
See,
okay.
he is on my list, and
There will be blood.
What's
Gangs
wild?
in New York.
What's wild about
Last of the
Daniel Day-Lewis
Mohicans.
is 100% his acting, just his acting ability is unbelievable. But do you want to hang out with Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
I feel like no, and
no, he's going to be up on a big old like
I don't know why, but
Mount Rushmore instead.
like that. It factors into my decision making. Do
See,
I
what-
actually want to hang out with these people?
I don't think you want to hang out with Jack Nicholson either.
Oh
that
yes,
doesn't-
you do. Jack Nicholson seems like an absolute right. Jack Nicholson is your hilarious grandpa.
I'm worried that if you hung out with Jack Nicholson for 10 years, he may never have known you were in the room.
Very possible.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Jason gets a couple. I went with Daniel Day-Lewis.
All right. Yeah. So Daniel Day-Lewis, when it comes to just quality of actor, phenomenal. I don't really enjoy his movies. Like they're just not fun to me. They're always like.
How much did you love Lincoln, Andy?
Parts of all the Daniel Day-Lewis parts were great.
Ironic, since he
how
is
much of
one of
Lincoln
the Mount
did you
Rushmore.
see, Andy?
All the Daniel Day-Lewis parts. I just went to sleep for the rest.
Exactly.
But
All
I get
right.
both of my guys together in Gangs in New York. So I'm putting them up on Mount Rushmore
that's
as a little
such a-
bit of a combo.
That movie,
you know what I
is
mean?
Unbelievably great.
So
I am thrilled to be here. I thought for sure that both of these guys could
John
go to
Candy's
Mike.
still on the board. You're right.
John Candy is still there. I'm super excited. I love Candy.
Yeah, you can RIP that one, by the way.
Uh,
Gene
Oh,
Hackman's
you could
still
go
alive,
Candy.
but
John Candy and James Cagney. They sound very
ooh,
similar.
I mean, it's tempting.
and you have two
Um,
picks.
But instead, I'm going to take someone that I know Mike absolutely loves, one of his favorite actors of all time. You talk about wanting to hang out with the wily old grandpa. Dude, Harrison Ford.
I can't believe you actually took Harrison
You
Ford.
give me Indiana Jones and
I
Han
cannot
Solo.
believe you actually took. I don't believe you actually like Harrison
He
Ford.
is,
You're doing this.
He
in
is
spite
literally
You're doing
next
this
to
to hurt me.
No way. Look, you and I think our list of people are actually far more similar than you think, and he is next on my list. So to me, my list went Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Harrison Ford, and then this next guy.
I thought
who
there was
does
a-
all his own stunts, and he's
Oh,
crazy
dang
in real
it.
life.
Yes, take him.
But
Take
I
him.
am taking Tom Cruise. I want you
Underrated.
can't find
Underrated.
many people better than Tom Cruise when it comes to the variety. I mean,
It's not just
you look
stunts,
at
though.
natural,
It
normal.
is just stunts.
No, it's not.
Go
No, it's
watch
not.
Born on the 4th
He's-
of July
He's
and
really
tell me
good,
it's
Mike.
stunts.
He's
Tom
really
Cruise.
good.
Jerry Maguire. I mean, you're
Jerry
crazy to
Maguire,
think it's the comedy.
What's
What's
the
the
Nicholson
movie that he was?
A
he
Few
was
Good
that
Men?
funny-
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
Few Good Men is amazing.
You're crazy to think he's just stunts. I didn't draft Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He just stunts.
Rain
I mean,
Man?
that's the worst take you've ever had. Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Jerry Maguire, A Few Good Men.
I mean, his stunts are great. Don't get me wrong.
The problem with
Shout
that
out to
is-
Jack Reacher.
is that in every single movie he plays the role of Tom Cruise.
Except for the ones we
that's-
named.
Yeah, except
When he's Tom Cruise? Yeah. They'll no, I
go watch
Few Good
Born
Men.
on the
Have you
4th
seen-
of July.
have you seen
You have
A
not seen
Few
those
Good
two
Men,
movies.
I have seen both of those movies when Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise.
That's the, okay.
Let's just
let
let
me
it
just
go.
say this. Let me
Just
just say
let
this,
it
Mike.
go.
A lot of people listening, they might not have seen these movies, and they might go, "Oh yeah, totally, Mike's right." But for everyone who's seen those movies, they're thinking that you have not seen those movies and you're straight up lying. Because in
No.
those movies, he was unbelievable.
No,
So
he
Tom-
played the role of Ethan Hunt in those movies. Yes.
So I've got Tom.
He can
Hanks.
play either Tom Cruise or Ethan Hunt
Look, Ethan Hunt without all the
or
stunts.
Jack Reacher.
Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise. I am very happy.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Tom Cruise is great.
That was the end of the whole argument.
Look,
You
I'm
gave it
I'm
up at the
trying to
end?
win over here,
All right.
man. I love Tom Cruise.
For my third pick, I will take an actor that he just demands my attention no matter what movie he's in. It's Denzel Washington.
Ooh, speaking
so
of a
good.
man who plays Denzel Washington in every movie.
Oh, I don't care though. Unapologetically fine with it. Give me a
100%.
It is so correct. It
Give
is
me a
so correct.
speech. I don't care. Denzel, I want to see you give an inspiring speech to anybody in any movie
It's
for
so right.
10 minutes in a row.
Denzel
So I will
was next
take
on my
Denzel.
list. He was the dream of coming back to me.
Do you guys-
And you're 100% right. He is totally okay playing himself because he's the coolest
And
guy.
it's great. It's great
in
every
the
time.
world.
One of the most underrated
My
Denzel
man.
movies
My man.
is
My man.
The Hurricane.
I
Go
have
watch
never
it.
seen
If you've
The
never seen The
Hurricane.
Hurricane,
I have
go
never
watch
seen
it.
it.
That's the boxing one, right?
It's
Yeah.
about Reuben
Yeah.
Carter. Yeah, it's
No,
great.
Denzel's fantastic.
All
and
right.
I'm just besmirching people to try and win.
All he does is act in these movies. He's just acting.
He's not even the real guy.
Insincere. He's not even the real guy. He keeps playing characters
He plays
over
someone else.
and over.
All right. Well, this
Reading
is
from a script.
the person I thought Jason was going to take, which make no mistakes about it, you taking Harrison Ford has cut me deeply.
Nice.
Like
Ooh.
it's like you taking
And Leo's gone.
the bag of the money. Well, I didn't even have a chance to take Leo. I could have taken Harrison.
Yeah.
I assume one of you would have taken Jack on that run, but I could be very wrong.
Possible.
But it does leave the person who I thought Jason was going to take to try and destroy my soul. Who you want to talk about a Daniel Day-Lewis level of method actor, the dude who weighed like 80 pounds in one role, only to weigh like 220 when he turned into Batman. I will take Christian Bale,
Now
my friends.
that it's a good pick from an acting perspective. It completely undermines your entire argument about Daniel Day-Lewis.
Look,
Because you don't want to hang out with Christian Bale, and I know you don't. And
No,
you know you don't.
People say he is not the best hang.
I stand corrected.
Oh, this whole draft is all over the place.
Oh, good for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a
But
very fair
good
point.
actor. I mean, like I said, you're just putting him
Yes.
up on Mount Rushmore. You
I've
can
got
walk
Tom
away from the
Cruise. You've
stone.
got Christian Bale. You've got Daniel Day-Lewis. We're even on the don't want to hang out side.
That's fair.
Jason's getting more than 60 seconds on Scientology if he hangs out with Tom.
No, I'm not. This is just a
He's
work
getting
of
60
art on the
minutes.
mountain, my man.
Oh man, and
Well, I
I
shouldn't
am.
say my man. That builds up Andy's team.
Thank you, my man.
My
My
man.
goodness. All right, I am so unbelievably. I'm crushed by the weight of this last pick because there's three guys
It's
that
saying
I-
no to so many too.
that I desperately want to draft for my Rushmore. And I don't want no Teddy Roosevelts on my Rushmore. What do people like Teddy Roosevelt? Is that
I think people like Teddy Roosevelt, but he's not on the level of those other George
How
Washington,
did he
Thomas
get on the
Jefferson,
list?
Abraham
Natural
Lincoln.
History Museum. He's a big
Did he
feature
make
there.
that?
He's a big feature there.
Who
Yeah,
would you
go-
say is the fourth biggest president after those three?
Taft is the biggest.
That is an unbelievable historical burn, my friend. Unbelievable. How did you get to that so quickly?
I always have Taft on the front of my mind.
Well, I've given him a
Taft
lot of
is the one
experience.
who got stuck in the bathtub, right?
I've given Andy and yourself a lot of experience of quick-witted fat jokes.
Unbelievable.
I mean, would it be
man.
JFK? Would they destroy the face of Teddy and replace it with
I don't
JFK?
think
Cut
you
his mustache off.
You need a Mount Rushmore Part 2. That's what you got to do. You got to
Part
get a second
2.
edition. And
All right.
yeah, JFK's probably in there.
Oh goodness. All right. I've
Who's your
I've
Teddy?
narrowed it down. I've narrowed it down to the two guys that I want because this is our Rushmore. There's really no like check marks that you have to click off of the box to have made it. This is just our personal Rushmore.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of why Teddy's. I'm sorry. Pictures of President Taft are coming through our Slack channel at the
He's a
moment.
big dude.
Look. All right. So he's on mine, and I got to cancel out the quotient, the anti-cool quotient of Christian Bale. I got
You need someone to hang out with?
I got to get the coolest dude in the room. And this might be a little bit more quantity over quality because I don't know if he's said no to a role in his entire life.
No, I know who he's going.
I will take Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson.
He doesn't say no to
just-
Capital One or any role.
Jackson is the baddest man in the room, no doubt about it.
If you had to pick a random movie over the last 30 years,
Sam Jackson's in
then,
it for sure.
I was going to say, and bet your house on checking the credits, whether he's in or out. Which
Yep.
way do you go?
If you're picking any actor, you're going, just give me Sam Jackson.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I kind of thought you might, because it's you, Mike, and because of how much you love and respect him, I thought you might go Keanu Reeves right there.
Look,
I thought there was a chance you'd just put him up there because he's so cool.
I told you I had three guys, and I narrowed it down to two. The second one would have been Keanu.
Who was the third?
I will tell you when the draft is done.
Now, I have my final pick. Now, who are your four, Mike? Just so we can picture your Mount Rushmore right
Let's
now.
see. So I have Brad
or
Pitt.
Al might know them.
I got Brad Pitt, Jack Nicholson. I got Sam Jackson, and I got Christian Bale.
Okay. All right. And right now I'm sitting with Leo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel Washington. And I'm having a hard time, gentlemen, because
I know.
I am now in the vortex of if I take this guy, then I'm playing into who you think I am.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Screw that crap, man.
Yeah, be who you are.
Be yourself.
Now I feel manipulated.
What? By
to
who?
be, you know what? If I have to manipulate you to be who you are, then so be it.
Doug,
want
This
you
is a
to
Mount
be
Rushmore, and I'm going to put a classic actor in it. I'm
Oh.
going to put one with 5 Oscars and who I enjoyed watching. I'm going to take Jimmy Stewart. I'm taking him. Yes. He's on my Mount Rushmore. He's one of the best actors of all time. He may be older, but Rear Window is one of my favorite movies ever. He was the Tom Hanks of his day.
Hey, it's me, Jimmy Stewart.
That's not bad, Mike.
That's
not
that is-
bad.
that is
I was
pretty
Now,
gonna
good.
tell
why do
you-
you know how to do that? Because
gonna
he's
tell
so
you-
iconic.
I can name one Jimmy Stewart movie, and then you brought up Rear Window, and
It's a
redact
Wonderful
that.
Life. You know that
I
as
can
well.
name I can name 2 Jimmy Stewart movies.
But he's got the pedigree of being, an Oscar winner for many years. So I will go with him.
Did he win like the first Oscar of all time?
He won the very
There was
first.
one movie a year, and he was in them. So he got 5. I think his 5th Oscar, he did compete with another movie.
You probably
I'm not
had to
sure.
watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington in high school.
Oh my gosh, I did.
You
are
probably
correct.
did.
Oh, I blocked that PTSD from watching that thing. Goodness.
Yeah. And he was in a bunch of Hitchcock movies too, which are classics.
Mr.
So-
Smith bores the crap out of Mike Wright. That's the name of that movie.
If I saw
That's
that,
fine.
I deleted it from my memory.
Look, I'm not
Just because.
I'm not expecting you to. Now he always played Jimmy Stewart in the movies he was in.
I respect it, and if you actually like Jimmy Stewart, I mean that's.
Well, what about the
It's
knives?
me. I know that
He's
because
in that
he's
Christmas
like
movie, right?
it's a caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's a
Yeah.
Wonderful Life is the Christmas movie that people seem to like.
So I'm just sticking to who I am.
Good for you.
Rear Window is one of my favorite movies of all time. He is an esteemed
I don't
actor.
have what's the Hitchcock movie where the plane comes after him? I've actually seen that one. The iconic scene where he's running in a field,
birds.
and then a prop plane comes after him.
It might
from
have
the
been
back.
birds. I don't know.
It's not. It's definitely not birds. We can go to Jason while we try to figure this out.
Yeah,
Jason.
okay.
Man,
that was tough. You took Jimmy Stewart off of my list. I was between him and Laurence Olivier, but
whatever, man. I don't care.
We'll see. Now I still want to
North by Northwest.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
All right.
Rushmore's in that movie, I think.
So
Now,
I'm
Rushmore
the
wasn't
final.
made when Jimmy Stewart was around. Oh man,
I'm the final pick, and I'm struggling here whether to go with mine.
I can't wait to
Or
talk about this
the
after
best.
your pick too.
So
Are you just going to take my Keanu pick?
No. Keanu wouldn't be the me pick. So I'll tell you right now who I'm deciding between. Morgan Freeman is, he's not the lead, but he is unbelievable. His voice is
He's
great.
number 2 behind Samuel L. Jackson in movie quantities as well.
Absolutely. He's at least voiced something in every movie you've seen. But I feel like to have, and I realize that, and maybe I'm skewed because I came up with a comedy background and I was always so upset that comic actors didn't get any credit for being incredible at their craft. You look at
I know what's coming.
Exactly.
I know what's coming.
And the thing is you
I
look
do
at
too.
like the Oscars, the fact that they don't have a yearly best comedic actor the way that the Golden Globes does is
Wait, hold on. You're blowing my mind right now. There's no Oscar for best comedy?
correct. And that's
No, that's not
that's
true.
a travesty. And so to
There's
me,
not a
That's
best
only
comedy?
Golden Globes, right?
yeah, Golden Globes has it. No Oscar. Oscars don't care about comedy. They only care about drama. And so look, this is not going to be a vote getter. People are going to be like, "Were you
I
hearing
just
me until
drafted
that?"
Jimmy Stewart, so you're fine.
Yeah. So this is really, your chance to win here, Mike. But I have to. If I walked away from this was my plan to take him as my 4th pick.
Take
because
the
I
him?
assume
What are you, Starfire?
take him with my 4th pick.
It's Jim Carrey.
But Jim Carrey is absolutely on my list. The best comedy actor of our generation. We talk about all these guys we love, Adam Sandler and Chris Farley and all these guys. And when we go back and we look at their IMDb and it's like, they really had like 2 peak movies. And
Right.
Jim Carrey
Yeah,
had a
that's
run
fair.
of 5 or 6 just unbelievably great movies. Even movies that were maligned like Cable Guy that you go back and watch them later and you're like, that's
Cable
hysterical.
Guy is great. It's interesting that we're going actors, and you took a comedian who he wanted so badly, and he had it inside of him that he wanted to be an actor so much that he decided that he would just destroy his career.
Well, I think the comedy it fades eventually. You can't do the same shtick forever and be funny at the
Truman
same
Show
thing. So
and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are both outstanding movies.
Eternal Sunshine's very good. I'm thinking of The Majestic and that, because that was the was the
less
swan
good.
song.
That was less good.
No,
I feel like that's when it went off the rails.
But he could do it.
yeah, he's a good enough actor, and I have to have some comedy on my list. And he's
Sonic the
absolutely-
Hedgehog.
I would leave that one off. What was the other one he did when he Charlie Kaufman, right? He was
Oh yeah.
Oh, Man on the Moon.
I mean,
Yes.
that was like a method acting
You wanna talk-
experience for Jim Carrey. I'm just giving you points here. I mean,
Yes.
of all the comedy, I don't think
It
they like
doesn't
the
matter
movie.
if you
They
like
like
the movie.
performance.
I don't like a lot of the movies Daniel Day-Lewis is in, but he's amazing.
What was
at the
Leo
movie.
was in the movie where he was Howard Hughes? That was
That
640 hours
The
long.
Aviator. That
Aviator,
movie
yeah.
is great.
Well, he was outstanding.
All
but
I
it was
remember is
really
him pooping
long.
and peeing in jars. That's literally
Yeah.
the only thing. I
And
That
remember.
was
long
the best
fingernails,
acting he
yeah.
did. So other actors that were in consideration, I didn't want him up on my Mount Rushmore, but to be honest, for a run there, Mel Gibson was by far my favorite actor.
Okay, that's fair.
Incredible. And then Clint
Braveheart.
Eastwood was in consideration too.
Was he?
But then I think of Clint Eastwood, the director, so much more
I
now
just
than I
think
do
of
the actor.
I just think of
Paul
the decrepit
Newman, Michael
man.
Caine. That was about it.
All right.
Yeah.
For me, the guys that I was really struggling with, as the aforementioned Keanu Reeves, and a guy who I think he's super underrated because his name hasn't even come up, is Benicio del Toro.
Oh, he's
Oh,
so
I think
good.
great.
He's so good.
He is freaking fantastic, man. Like he absolutely transforms from movie to movie.
He's great.
Yeah, for sure. Like a Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman is like
Yeah, sure.
Gary Oldman doesn't get the respect because he's not the lead. He's the and because you don't even recognize him in half the movies he's in. It's
Yeah.
he's
Right.
so
And
different that
obviously-
it's like You don't even know who he is.
So we'll do a full Mount Rushmore of actresses on a future episode. And one other name left off, William Howard Taft. Wasn't drafted. but could have been. So.
You know what's funny is he used to be one of my favorite actors because I thought he was incredible. Is my man Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah.
But he has become a caricature and Johnny Depp is now Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Johnny Depp plays Jack Sparrow in every movie he's been.
He's Jack Sparrow now.
He doesn't know how to not be Jack Sparrow.
And I don't blame a man for going after the bag because I know that he is getting absolutely drowned in cash to go be Jack Sparrow. But like it's an unfortunate move that happened for him where he was
from a respect
crushing
standpoint.
He was in incredible movies. His roles were always really diverse, and now he's Jack Sparrow.
The two other guys I had on my list outside of Morgan Freeman, these were more in the vein of
you took Harrison Ford.
Yeah, you know it.
Turd.
But Robert Downey Jr. I think is actually phenomenal. I appreciate people that can do comedy. And here's somebody that look, I think he's unbelievably talented. And this one might get mocked. People like him, but you wouldn't think of him on this level. But I think Ryan Reynolds is unfathomably talented. He's just
it's fair. It's fair to me. I think Ryan Reynolds is great.
He has so much charisma.
I think he's great.
You can't teach that. His comedy and he can be serious.
It's just fine. I mean,
I think Andy's face is what I expected.
I think he's great.
The two names that we'll get yelled at for on Twitter, I understand, but they're just not in my pantheon, and clearly not in yours. And that's
Robert De
Niro and Al Pacino.
Give me Al Pacino 100 times over Robert De Niro.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I was wondering if they would come up.
And Marlon Brando, for those that are huge Marlon Brando fans.
It's me, Marlon Brando.
Well, there he is. Hello.
Marlon. Marlon, thanks for joining us here on the Spitballers podcast.
You guys are drafting me.
For a second, I thought Sly Stallone was trying to get drafted right there. But
I think Marlon
I'm not exactly
Stallone.
sure. But let's do this.
What did we learn today?
Oh, come on. We all know what I learned today.
What did you learn
Jason
today?
is the master of puppets. Come on.
I learned that Thomas Jefferson was the fourth member of Mount Rushmore today.
Oh, man. Yeah. And that Taft was underrated. Yeah, no, I learned that Jason has a long storied history that we're going to learn about over the next 100 episodes of this show. So
that's true.
That is it for today's Spitballers episode. Woo! Feel free to yell at us on Twitter about your favorite actor.
Oh, I'm sure
at
the yelling
Spitballers
will.
Pod.
It will definitely happen, but I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you next time. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.